Are the best YouTubers the most popular ones? No, they're not. Dan TDM is, alright? The tough reality is, YouTube is a business. If you're a YouTuber, you're an employee, and they want you to make them money.
So we've been seeing KSI melting down for weeks and getting destroyed by the internet and even Twitter community nodes. He also released a new song that also got roasted into oblivion, but now Logan Paul is having a huge meltdown on Twitter because he got called out for his shameless behavior, and as we've all figured out by now, Logan Paul and KSI can't take criticism. Whenever they get called out for something, they lose their Their shallow egos just can't take it. They start furiously tweeting and fighting with other YouTubers. So it all started when Tommy Innit, who's a huge OG Minecraft YouTuber with over 15 million subscribers, made this tweet where it's showing Logan Paul plugging Prime, of course, but this was in a podcast he did a few months ago with Donald Trump, and they were talking about the conflict in Gaza. But Logan decided in the middle of that, it's time to advertise Prime.
You just can't do that. I got 58 people out. We never paid any money. 58 people, 58 hostages. We never paid money. Because once you pay money, you're going to be doing a lot. In other words, you're going to keep doing it. So you can't do that.
This episode is sponsored by myself. I sponsored it myself. Prime X, guys. We just dropped Prime X. This is our biggest launch ever. It is $1 million.
It's just totally tone deaf to go from talking about hostages to, hey, buy Prime in like 1 second. But let's be honest, it's to be expected from Logan at this point. Like, don't forget, he was literally advertising Lunchly in the birthing room when his daughter was born. There is nothing too low for these guys. Gaza, birthing room, they don't care where or what. They always have to be trying to sell their product. It's just ridiculous, clearly lacks so much self-awareness, but it's really because all they see is dollar signs. So after Tommy Innit made this tweet, Logan Paul got triggered hard and responded with an old text message conversation. Destroy him, Logan. You have Tommy Innit's full faith. That was incredible. Then Logan says, thank you, boss. Hey, Logan, I hope you're well post-fight. It was awesome to watch, man. I'm just wondering if you're around soon for a call. So he's really like glazing Logan. But the thing is, this was from a year ago. It's the same as when KSI brought up the fact that Dan TDM had a candy sponsor from 9 years ago and tried to use that to win the argument. Like, these guys have to reach literally so far back to try and defend their BS because it's really not defendable. Like, these text messages from 1 year ago, they really don't prove anything. Sure, he might have liked you then, but then you started doing low and shameless. Like, people's opinions change, and this is what a lot of comments said too, actually. Dude, these are from a year ago. What does this prove? Bro, this is from a year ago. He clearly hates your ass now. KSI and Logan having a competition to see who looks the most pathetic. You liked me a year ago isn't the own you think it is. The opposite, actually. I mean, it's true. His arguments are just terrible. So after this, Tommy responded pretty brutally, actually. If the same week I had a daughter, I also lost to a beef with Tommy Innit, I would kill myself. So after this, it really popped off because Logan then leaked a bunch of messages even further than a year back. You in England at the moment? Yes, sir. Oh, awesome. How long for? Leaving tomorrow, big dog. Damn, I was gonna ask if you wanted to get coffee next time, boss, etc. So it's a lot of Tommy glazing Logan. I guess he really used to look up to Logan Paul. I'm not sure why, because even a year ago, like, we all knew how much of a scumbag he was. So it's all sort of the same stuff. Tommy Innit just glazing Logan Paul. So when I was looking through all of these tweets, you know what I realized? That Logan Paul made his tweets so only people he follows can reply to him. Like, his ego is that fragile that he is only allowing people to reply, basically if they're gonna meat ride him, because he knows if he lets everyone reply, he'd get absolutely cooked like he did on the last one I showed you guys. So that's pretty cowardly in my opinion. Like, come on, bro. Like, you just have to take the criticism. Even me, even I get hate comments on some of my videos and I don't delete them or block them, even though you can, because, you know, free speech, and you just have to take it. It's part of putting yourself out there. So yeah, the only replies on Logan's tweets are from glazers who won't shatter his glass ego, but the Twitter beef kept going with Tommy tweeting, "Why do you keep posting private messages of me being kind to you? Are you stupid?" Yes, Tommy, he is stupid. David, did you just figure that out now? So a couple other people chimed in on this, including some YouTubers. Logan Paul pulling out private receipts from over a year ago trying to win internet beef. Potentially the funniest text of all time, Logan. Crazy to drop texts of you being a lame friend to someone who clearly looked up to you and was continuously kind despite your dry responses and thinking people were going to be on your side. Tommy Innit, keep being kind, dude. I mean, of course you would think Logan would think people would be on his side because his ego is even bigger than KSI's forehead. But he actually knew people wouldn't be on his side, which is why he restricted who could reply to him. And it's all because Logan Paul's arguments, they're just garbage, and he has to reach back over a year to try to find something he can use. So the beef kept going with Logan responding, "Because you beg me for attention offline, then run to Twitter when I don't acknowledge you, another fake internet kid." But then Logan Paul's boogeyman, the thing that Logan Paul has nightmares about, showed up. Community notes. Tommy Innit did not run to Twitter because Logan ignored him. Tommy posted a screenshot of an impulsive video where Logan can be seen advertising Prime during a Gaza conflict segment. I actually think Logan Paul has issues with time at this point. He's going to be beefing with just the concept of time next because Tommy didn't go running to Twitter because of those text messages where you ignored him because they were a year ago. They weren't like yesterday or something like that where the argument might make more sense. But I guess Tommy was pretty fed up at this point because he actually responded, "Wow, you caught me red-handed. You man-child, leave me alone." And then it's Logan Paul who sent a private message to Tommy, "Call me back, I think we should handle this like adults." I mean, Logan Paul is probably the biggest man-child ever, maybe only beaten by KSI, so him talking about being adults, that's reaching, you know, like that's rich. I mean, yeah, sure, those text messages of Tommy Innit, they were kind of cringe, like bro got caught lacking. I'm not sure why he was glazing him even a year ago because we already knew about CryptoZoo and Dink Doink and all of these scams and, you know, the forest in Japan. So I think Tommy has some bad judgment that it's taken him literally until now. But on the other hand, Logan was pretty scummy by like leading him on and not just saying, "Hey, sorry, I can't catch up," but like feeding him dry responses and, "Oh yeah, maybe next time." Like that was a pretty bad thing to do. But Tommy might have actually redeemed himself because he cooked Logan Paul pretty hard with his final tweet in the beef announcing another YouTuber product.
The other day I stared out to the sunset and I asked myself, what is the YouTube creator economy missing? You know, because we have chocolate, we have drinks, we have little YouTubers, baby photos on USB sticks, but where do we go from here? Well, luckily for you, I hold the future right in my pocket. Vapely. Vapely is an all-new way to make fans feel good.
I mean, that was kind of funny, to be honest. Vapely, I'd buy it, sure, why not? I wouldn't be surprised if the Sellout Trio were actually planning to release Vapely, and Tommy might have a lawsuit coming his way for stealing their product. Like, literally, Vapely is the type of thing Logan Paul, KSI, and Mr. Beast would sell and then try and argue like it's good for kids, healthy for kids. I mean, that's how shameless these guys are. What do you guys think about all this? Let me know in the comments, and if you watched this whole video, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and please subscribe.